Hey, I'm Paulo Bracado, and today we're going to talk about what aspirating or aspiration is and how to do it. And like in my previous videos, we were talking about if you're on the internet and you're doing your research or just research in general about TRT and specifically injecting TRT, you're going to come across a lot of terms and phrases that you might not really know what they mean or what they are, right? And one of these terms is aspirating. So I just want to basically do a little quick demo for you today and tell you what it is and how to do it. Well, basically aspirating is when you pull back air. It means to draw. Aspirating means to draw via suction, and you use it when you're injecting your testosterone. Now, maybe like me, you're on testosterone replacement therapy and that's why you inject. Or maybe you're a gym bunny and a steroid junkie and that is why you inject your testosterone. Doesn't matter. We're not here to judge. The point is to figure out what it is and how to do it. So aspiration is where it means to draw via suction. And so I'm going to use a demo with a little syringe that I've got here. So now, let's say you are injecting your testosterone. So you've got your testosterone in your needle and your syringe, and you inject it wherever you inject it. For argument's sake, I'm just so that it's in the view of the screen here, I'm going to show on my arm. So basically what you do, the point of aspirating is to test that when you put the needle into your injection spot, that you don't hit a blood vessel or a vein, because you don't want to be injecting into that because it has a number of risks. So aspiration, what you do is you put the needle in, and before you actually push the solution into your injection spot, you first pull back on the syringe. So you'll have solution in the syringe, you'll put the needle into your injection spot, then instead of pushing, you first pull back slightly. And when you do this, you will notice, usually if you're aspirating correctly, that a few small little air bubbles will come into the solution of testosterone as you aspirate, right? That's what you want to see. If you want to see a couple of little bubbles, that means you've done it correctly and that you're in a safe spot to inject, and then you can kind of push on the syringe and slowly but surely inject the testosterone or whatever it is you're injecting. But the main reason you aspirate is to make sure that you don't hit a blood vessel or vein, which is quite possible. So if you put the needle into your spot and you slowly pull back on the syringe slightly, and instead of seeing little air bubbles, you start to see a bit of blood come into the solution or into the testosterone or whatever it is that's in your syringe, then you know that, well, you need to stop. That's a little bit risky. You've obviously hit a blood vessel or, heaven forbid, a vein, and you do not want to inject in that spot. So all you do is you simply then remove the needle and you don't inject at that spot. Okay. And then once you've done that, if you want to inject again, you can swap the needle, put a new needle on, find a different spot, and repeat the process. Put the needle in, pull back a little on the plunger, on the syringe, to see if you get air bubbles, and if you do, then you're safe to inject. So the rule of thumb is, if you see blood in the syringe when you aspirate, stop, take it out, swap the needle and find another spot and repeat, right? And even if there's a little bit of blood in the syringe, I know a lot of people worry about this, should you get new testosterone? No, it's your own blood, so don't worry about it. The main thing is just to swap the needle, get a new needle, and then repeat the process. And that's it really. So number one, what is aspiration? Well, aspiration is to test if you've got blood or if there's air when you pull back on the syringe and the plunger. And then how do you aspirate? It's very simple. You take your syringe and needle, you inject into the injection spot, and instead of pushing in the plunger, you pull back slightly to check for blood or air. If you've got air, then you can continue and push the plunger in and put your solution of testosterone into your body. And if you have blood, like we discussed, you simply take it out, swap the needle, find a new spot, and try again until you get the air bubbles. And that's it really. I hope you found that helpful and informative. I know when I first heard about aspiration, I was a little bit confused and wasn't quite sure what it meant. So I've done this a number of times now. I've even had one time when I did in fact hit blood and it was quite terrifying. It's like, oh my God, and you start getting a little bit of a cold sweat. You don't know what to do, but you just need to remain calm. It's not the end of the world. As long as you don't push the testosterone in, take it out, replace and repeat, and you'll be perfectly safe, right? Now, I'm not a doctor, so as always, consult with your physician or your doctor if you are going to be doing things like injecting your own testosterone, and listen to their advice. I'm just giving you anecdotal information based on my personal experience, and these are the things that I also learned from my doctor when they used to shoot my testosterone for me before I started doing it myself. So yeah, that's it. Hope you found this helpful, and if you did, just click the subscribe button below, because we do a lot more videos on TRT. And I'm sure a lot of you steroid junkies love to learn about these types of things as well, because I see a lot of questions and people asking a lot of questions and looking for information on the online forums. And even when I'm doing my research, a lot of the links link to sort of these steroid junkie forums and that. And that's fine, do what you want to do, but we need real information and quality information. So that's what I try to do, and I try to avoid the bro science. I try to go to sort of the doctors and the trusted sources of information, and get you the facts and information that will help you with things like this. So that's it. I'm going on a ramble now, so I'm going to cut the video short here, and I'll see you next time. Hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it if you think it could help someone else, and I'm out of here.